Hello, wish you are having another great day. You are once again welcome for the strategy journey. I had a very comprehensive competition analysis in my previous session. With that, I hope you had a fair overview of all types of competitions in the marketplace. In fact, competition is great. It improves standards of players, markets, and industries, which in turn will benefit the customers as well as consumers immensely. Yet, the competition is a killer. It has killed and it will kill in the future many good brands, great products, and even once excellent companies, which should have been there for the benefit of mankind. But the rule is very simple. The stronger prevails in the competitive context in the open market. It is just because these organizations could not compete well within the existing marketplace with the other players. They had a major collapse or had a natural death on the go. So you and me as organizational leaders, we have a professional duty towards the strategic profile of the organization, either to compete continuously within the market segment and make results for the organization, or to drive your organization away from competition, basically to break away from competition and still make business results for the organization. Let me present to you two critical business scenarios of our times. If your organization is making business results with a positive bottom line and in terms of adequate return on investment, there's no any harm in continuously competing even if your market share and turnover are going down. The only factor that you have to be vigilant is the future strategic risk factor of the business. The scenario number 2, there's no point in continuously competing in the long term if your business is not bringing a positive bottom line and a sufficient ROI. Even if your current turnover and market shares are increasing without seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, unless otherwise there's no specific strategic goal attached to that business. So under the both scenarios, the organization has a challenge either of future business model or of current business model. So what happens to our organizations? Irrespective of this situation, they continue to compete for results according to their annual business plans in the long term as well as in the short term. But that is natural. That's how we have been made, we have been guided, we have been coached from our childhood to compete. Even our business schools and universities have taught and trained us to compete and beat the competitors. Therefore, we have studied many tools and strategies and practiced them in our corporates to try and beat the competitors. As a result, our strategic focus has been skewed to compete but not to create. I'm repeating. As a result, our strategic focus has been skewed to compete than to create. So, we have mastered the art of and science of competing in all kinds of competitive situations that we have discussed. So, what is the alternative? The alternative comes from the new strategy process that we are going to launch today. This new strategy process is founded on the globally well-known concept of blue ocean strategy. Blue ocean strategy guides us on not to compete and beat the competition, but to create and avoid the competition through value innovation. With all my due respect to two authors of the books, Professor W. Chan Kim and Professor René Maubogne, let me begin the strategy journey now. book number 1 and book number 2, launched in 2005 and 2015 respectively, are discussing about the Blue Ocean strategy concepts or the principles. The book number 3, the launch in 2017 on Blue Ocean Shift, is discussing about the Blue Ocean strategy process. If you really look at the overall Blue Ocean strategy process as a global level business development and business management process, I personally would like to recognize this whole process into 5 major phases as an ultimatum. The number 1, the Blue Ocean strategy concepts or the principles. The number 2, the Blue Ocean strategy process as launched in the book number 3. Number 3, the Blue Ocean strategy execution, where you get the practical experience after working in a Blue Ocean strategy implementation team. Number 4, Blue Ocean strategy leadership, where you lead a Blue Ocean strategy implementation team in a corporate or in your own organization. Number 5 is the ultimatum, where you create a Blue Ocean strategy culture in your organization or in the organization where you work for. This is a journey. This is a journey of 2 to 3 decades. So let's begin now. First, let's learn the principles and the concepts of the Blue Ocean strategy as the core of the process. We hope to see you again in our next video with these concepts and the principles. Till such time, have a great time. Thank you.